This is the last boss of this game. I'm gonna play it. This is my character. This is Mindcell. I'm fighting the last boss, I think. But just because I want to play before I go to rest. This I also want to play. This is the most badass magical ritual that I think ever is. And it's called Absorbing the Riches of the Profound. And I think that it ties together some of the magic of ancient Egypt. And it has a ritual called the Dragon Boat, where they gather all the diseases and plagues and send them off. And this is something that we've lost in the West and we don't do, that I think we need to revive. So I'm going to play it and then try to do some murdering. Be advised.
This ancient manual absorbing the riches of the profound begins with a purifying ritual used by Zhenyi Taoists for cleaning and purifying the dark and turbid spiritual natures. It also includes the ultimate teachings of the infinite upper cave, the journey to the great banquet, kneeling and praying in the cave of 6 graces, offering the initial sacrifice of the 3 cups, the thunder magic ritual purifying the water, creating the 5 thunder talismans, opening heaven's door and closing earth's gate, 5 animal protection, assembling the celestial soldiers, contacting the office that controls the power of the thunderbolts, summoning the celestial immortals to the altar, summoning the martial generals to the altar, and offering the sacrifice and presenting the blood wine and the binding evil spirits and disease to the dragon boat ritual. Each of these ancient magical rituals contains specific incantations and seals used in Taoist thunder magic for purifying the altar space, gathering the celestial soldiers, binding evil spirits, and removing evil. In order to assist the reader in the proper understanding of this ancient text, both classic translations and personal commentary of this esoteric manual are included. The purifying ritual. In order to absorb the riches of the profound, the disciple of the Tao should first purify his or her body, mind, and spirit. Then, the meditation room and altar room must be purified by creating a sacred healing space through which to initiate deep spiritual transformation. The ritual used for purifying the altar is described in the Absorbing the Riches of the Profound manual as follows. Begin by paying respect to the ancestors. This is done by first bowing 3 times in front of the altar while holding 3 pieces of incense. The 3 pieces of incense represent the disciples' Jing essence, Qi energy, and Shen spirit, as well as the internal energy of the 3 dantians, the body's 3 primary energy centers. The 3 bows Kowtow represent the disciples' deep respect and worship of the 3 pure ones, who are responsible for all creation, overseeing the disciples' destiny and life purpose. Next, using a loud voice, speak the purifying incantation into the altar area. This incantation is used for purifying the energy surrounding the owl. 3. 4. Highest purity, J purity, supreme purity, the celestial worthy of. Numinous treasure dominates. The 2nd phase. The celestial worthy of the celestial worthy of. The Tao and its virtue dominates the 3rd phase. Of the creation of cosmos. Of the creation of cosmos. He is considered to be the guardian of magical writings. Primordial beginning dominates the 1st phase of the creation of cosmos. He is considered to be the ruler of heaven and earth. He is considered to reveal secret Taoist teaching. Figure 1.1. 3 pure ones. Taran for the removal of any hidden sins that may be concealed within the disciple's heart. The Taoist manual for absorbing the riches of the profound states, using the secret esoteric sound incantations, cleanse and purify the dirty and turbid from within yourself and the altar room. Then, using divine steps that lead into the infinite empty space of the Wu Ji, sing the divine incantations as you walk around the altar room. This part of the ritual is used to clean any curses that may have been directed towards the altar room by dark sorcerers. Sometimes a dark sorcerer will dispatch a demon or initiate a psychic attack into the Taoist priest's altar room in order to make his or her rituals ineffective. After energetically purifying the altar and creating a sacred space, you should experience a calm state of mind and feel more confident in your ability. The more energy you feed into the purifying ritual, the more powerful the results will be. The ultimate teachings of the infinite upper K. The following immortals and divine spiritual deities are used in the ancient Taoist practices described in the ultimate teachings of the infinite upper K. This list of the celestial immortals and a description of each of the unique powers and abilities is introduced to the reader in the next part of the Taoist Manual for Absorbing the Riches of the Profound, as follows. 1. Heaven respects the three mysterious ones. The three mysterious ones, also known as the three pure ones, are profound and clear. They control all of the various celestial masters and major spiritual deities. Figure 1.1. According to ancient Taoism, the three pure ones, highest purity, also known as the celestial worthy of numinous treasure, jade purity, also known as the celestial worthy of primordial beginning, and supreme purity, also. Figure 1.2. The Great Marshal General of the Big Golden Power. Known as the celestial worthy of the Tao and its virtue, are emanations of the Tao, and rule over the highest three celestial realms. Connection to these upper celestial realms is initiated via the utilization of either the Jade Emperor Hand Seal, Highest Emperor Hand Seal, or Supreme Emperor Hand Seals. These magical hand seals are described in Taoist Magical Hand Seal Training, written by Professor Jerry Allen Johnson. These three immortal gods also represent the three different Zhengyi Taoist branches and their powers. 2. Heaven respects the Great Marshal General of the Big Golden Power. The Great Marshal General is a legendary ancient master instructor, figure 1.2. He is rich in wisdom, and he teaches, corrects and illuminates with bright awareness. He enlightens the spiritual nature of all senior abbots, masters, monks, and teachers. Although he is good-hearted, diligent, kind and enlightened, he is also in charge of plagues and wealth. 3. Heaven respects Madame Lu and the Heavenly Food Talismans. Madame Lu uses the Heavenly Food Celestial Talismans to communicate with and command numerous celestial immortals. The following is a list of the most popular immortals. Absorbing the Riches of the Profound. Name of Direction Lieutenant Plague Demon Commands. Lu Yuanda East, Chang Yuanbo South, Xiao Gongming West. Zheng Shiji North. Shi Wenye Center. Figure 1.3. According to the Nuqing Gailu written. During the Jin dynasty 265 to 420 AD, there were originally 5 ancient plague demons known as the Wufang Guiju. The Emperor of the 5 Yellows. This celestial immortal commands and is in charge of the plague demons. The plague demons are also known as the immortals of plague and strange disease. Figure 1.3. The celestial immortal with 6 arms. This celestial immortal commands and is in charge of the east. The celestial immortal Zhang. This celestial immortal commands and is in charge of the south. The celestial immortal Jiang. This celestial immortal commands and is in charge of the west. The celestial immortal Zheng, also known as Zhengli Quan, Master Zhengyang or Master Hegu. This celestial immortal is 8 feet tall. He commands and is in charge of the north. The celestial immortal Qi. This celestial immortal commands and is in charge of the center. 4. Heaven respects the 5 Dragon Kings. The Imperial Green Dragon King of the East. The Imperial Red Dragon King of the South. The Imperial White Dragon King of the West. The Imperial Black Dragon King of the North. The Imperial Yellow Dragon King of the Center. 5. 6.
Wu Shixiang, R.
One of the four pillars of time. King Wu. Commands in the year of C. King Chu. Commands in the year of Wei. King Qin. Commands in the year of Wei. Wu Zhongyi year. One of the four pillars of time. King Wei. Commands in the year of Qin. King Zhao. Commands in the I-year of Mao. King Shen. Commands in the year of Yin. King Song. Commands in the year of Shin. King Qi. F. Commands in the year of Yu. King Lu. Commands in the year of Zhu. Du Wu Ming QM1. One of the four pillars of time. King Zhou. Command in the year of Chu. King Zhao. Commands in the year of Zi. King Lu. Commands in the year of Hai. Chu Jiang Zheng month. One of the four pillars of time. Figure 1.4. The Immortals of the 12 Earthly Branch Years from the Chunhuang manuscripts, written in the Ten Kingdoms period 907 to 979 AD. 5. Heaven respects the Immortals of the 12 Earthly Branch Years. The Immortals in the following category are responsible for the energetic and spiritual aspects of the 12 Earthly Branch Years, and are described as follows. Figure 1.4. King Zhao, who commands in the year of Zi. King Zhou, who command in the year of Chu. King Shen, who commands in the year of Yin. King Zhao, who commands in the year of Mao. King Wei, who commands in the year of Qin. King Wu, who commands in the year of Si. King Chu, who commands in the year of Wu. King Qin, who commands in the year of Wei. King Song, who commands in the year of Shin. King Qi, who commands in the year of Yu. King Lu, who commands in the year of Zhu. King Lu, who commands in the year of Hai. 6. Heaven respects the Immortals of time. There are four duty gods, also known as the four pillars of time, which stand guard over the hour, day, month and year. These four Immortals are responsible for the energetic and spiritual events which occur within specific time periods, and they are also responsible for controlling all kinds of disasters and subtropical diseases, e.g., malaria. The job is to present the Jade Emperor with all of the memories of specific events that have occurred during the lives of all individuals living on Earth. The Immortal Yue is in charge of 24 hours. The Immortal who commands during the 72 time periods. The Immortal who comes one time a day. 7. Heaven respects the Immortals of plagues and strange diseases. These Immortals are in charge of various plagues and strange diseases, i.e., pox, red eye, chills, colds. The Immortal who uses the Yin and Yang poisons. The Immortal who commands the order of the mountains, stones, fire, and water. 8. Heaven respects the Immortal Judge who is in charge of the underworld. This Immortal Judge is in charge of the gate underneath Taishan, also known as the Gate of Hell, and rules from under the gates of Mount Tal-Al. Figure 1.5. The Immortal Judge who is in charge of the underworld. Tilda, Yuji Tilda, the King of Hell is named Yanruang. He is 15 his PNNE Minister Pan Guang who deals directly with ghosts in his capacity as the Judge of Hell. Figure 1.5. Also known as the Immortal Judge who is in charge of the underworld. P. Tilda Guang is sometimes depicted as having a hideous face, matted beard, and 6 eyes that observe all things past and present. He holds a giant calligraphy brush in his hand, using it to note down the names of evil human beings. Pan Guang has 2 main assistants escorts, inquisitors, and wardens named Mewtwo Cowhead and Marmon Horseface. These two powerful spirit entities inform Pan-Guan of every time that a bad person dies, so that he can decide on an appropriate way to torture them in their new infernal work unit, e.g., excrement Hellconstitute, TLY being submerged in a rectangular pool of filth, Halberd Hell constantly being impaled into a wooden pillar, Iron Wheel Hell constantly being sawn into by a large toothed steel. Tilda Heel, Oil Tilda G Cauldron Hell constantly Benji thrown MTO a cauldron of boiling oil, etc. Absorbing the riches of the profound. The Great Banquet. The journey to the Great Banquet and its purifying celebration is performed by the Celestial Immortals as described in the next part of the Absorbing the Riches of the Profound manual. The Celestial Immortals' purification celebration is described as follows. The Immortals Madame Golden Moth Jinghua and the Golden Head General wave the flags and whistle to signal the spirit soldiers who play the drums and sound the gongs in order to summon the immortal ferry boat captain of the Sun Boat. The captain and his men come quickly when they hear the drums and sounds of the gongs. On the Sun Boat is the Sun Immortal number 3, the Sun Immortal number 5, and the Sun Immortal number 18. Additionally, the two great immortals, Gentleman Seo and Gentleman Yan, are standing in the Sun Boat on a purple platform along with General Yang Si, who is responsible for escorting the passengers on the Sun Boat. General Yang is of the Water Mansion, and has 3 soldiers who assist him as water officials. These 3 water officials also belong to the Water Mansion, which is connected to the Great Wall of the Celestial City and exists within a clear cloud of mist. The General also commands 16 officers, 8 who stand on the left and 8 who stand on the right, to oversee the crowd of people and assist in providing the Celestial Banquet. 3 meals are offered during this banquet, along with prayers and tilde incense in the temples to show respect to the SPMTs who guard the Celestial Gate. It is the responsibility of all of the immortals to go alone to the banquet and pay their respect. This includes the immortals dwelling in the temples and guard houses, living within the borders of all the countries and towns, the immortals living inside and outside of all villages, the immortals of the 3 worlds, the ancestral immortals in charge of the 4 worlds, virtues or values and emptinesses, the enlightened immortals, and the ancestral immortals of the 4 directions. To show their respect in this gathering, the 6 immortals who are on the Sun Boat also join with the host of immortals, gathering together to read 7. Receive the blessings and sacrifices, eat of the foods and partake in the celestial banquet. Kneeling and praying in the Cave of 6 Graces. The classic text entitled Kneeling and Praying in the Cave of 6 Graces appears in the next part of the Absorbing the Riches of the Profound manual. It advises the disciple in the proper attitude from which to commune and interact with the celestial immortals, described as follows. 8. The disciple must kneel and pray, showing his or her respect to the celestial order. The kowtowing is performed in order to show sincerity and to initiate a change in heaven. This humility encourages the heavenly powers to change their respective point of view. Through divine grace and compassion, the ability to control the powers of the 5 elements are given to the public in order to control diseases and plagues, to expel disasters, to create the magical power needed to remove disasters, and to bring about harmony and grace among the people. The immortals of heaven do not intentionally hurt or cause damage to common people without reason. These challenges are only given to an individual through unselfish intentions to help them fulfill their destiny. Therefore, respect the great Marshal General Immortal, as he is responsible for creating and controlling the Great Plague, and because he also reports to and gets his orders from the Jade Emperor, leader of the Three Pure Ones. Just a little bit of goodness can sometimes turn away the wrath of the Celestial Immortals, who report these good deeds to the Three Pure Ones with the aid of the Celestial Food Celestial Talismans. Because the Celestial Immortals do not miss any details concerning our lives, it is therefore difficult to completely alter or change the loss of respect caused from the sins and mistakes we have made. For this reason, we cannot escape our past sins, even those sins that we are not aware of, are unclear of, blind to, ignorant of, or those sins for which we blame others. Still, some individuals are scared or injured by their own misdeeds. Therefore, on the morning dawn of an auspicious day, focus on the primary. Figure 1.6, the Taoist altar, cup. Sin that haunts you and use it to cultivate and repair your virtues. Forgive yourself of your crime or sin and heal your spirit with confidence, allowing the things that are hidden deep inside you like seaweed to be washed to the great shore, exposed and removed. After learning from your mistakes, the internal reflection shows your heart its true sincerity and achieves hope and power within your original spirit. Then, with the cultivation of this sincere respect and true virtue, you may become a magical mortal and bring forth the hidden powers of your divine virtues. Offering the initial sacrifice of the three cups. Offering the initial sacrifice of the three cups is the next part of the absorbing the riches of the profound manual. This is a purification ritual in which 3 cups of wine are sacrificed and offered to show respect to the Celestial Immortals, described as follows. 1. The first cup of wine, after the classic book, Kneeling and Praying in the Cave of Six Graces, is read. Wine is poured into a clear cup, figure 1.6, and should then be offered as an initial sacrifice for internal purification of one's sins. All of the people toast the wine and drink it with respect, offering honor to the Celestial Immortals. Then the Celestial Immortals will be pleased, and the peach blossom will smile at you, meaning that the spiritual essence of your life will be cleansed.
Believe it. It's over. Select chapter. Look, all chapters. Because we won. We beat it. Beat